Alrighty guys, how's she going today? So it's Monday morning. Well, not exactly Monday. Well, it's Monday, but it's not morning. It's, a little after 11 o'clock now. And I got something else for the garage door now. And he had these on stock, so I was like, well, fuck it, might as well do it. Brand new rollers. These are just nylon kind of stuff. They still do have bearings in them, so they're going to have to obviously get greased, but I'm just going to put them on anyway, because I need them. So I think they'll be fine without grease for a wee while. I mean, it'll only be for maybe like a week or so anyway, and I don't really use it a lot as of right now. So that'll be another job to do for today, is put the new rollers on. And he didn't give me brackets. He said I could probably just reuse the old ones. Since there's not really a lot of play in the brackets, they seem still good. So, but anyways, I had a video coming up for today. I mean, I made a video yesterday, but I don't think I'm going to upload it now. But just because of this now. But in my one bracket up at the house, or the rail, or the track, or whatever you want to call it, it's got a crack going on. It's broken. So what's going to end up happening now, he's got them on stock too, the rails or the tracks, whatever, So on payday, I'm going to get 2 new ones. He says I can just replace, like, I guess I either could replace the whole things and put new brackets on, or I think just do like the upper half. Which is from here all the way to where it curls, and then you see that they split in, they put on another one, right? It's not one big continuous piece. So I think just from here back, I think that's all I have to replace. That's up at the house. That ain't back here though. That's up at the house. Or I'm kind of restoring this old garage door, or rebuilding it, or making it last for me for quite some time. So, but these do have bearings in them, so they're good. He says that they're quieter than steel, but yet they last longer. So I'll see if he's telling the truth. I mean, yeah, they're plastic. They're kind of plastic rubber kind of deal. Not so much plastic. I think they're more like, it's nylon, I guess. He says that they run quieter. Well, see, I think why they run quieter is because maybe they absorb the shock a little more. I don't know. And when the wheels bang into the rails, maybe there's a little bit of kind of give in the wheel, and it doesn't really bang. See, like these bang, right? Let's see where those I don't think would bang quite as much. They're more quieter. So that's going to be nice. As long as they're not plastic, and he even said too that there's been some plastic ones, like, they're all this plastic. There's no bearings in them or nothing, and they just don't last. And I emailed them yesterday. It actually was around 1 o'clock or so in the afternoon. I emailed them yesterday on Sunday, just to get more info on the price of rollers and stuff. And I guess I probably could have just, fired the old welder up and welded that thing back together, but it's not really worth it. There's my sister in her new ride. Well, not new anymore, but she's here for her dinner break. She's been sick all weekend too, so yay. Now I'm going to get sick and puke my guts out like she's been doing. Her and her boyfriend have been doing that all week long, puking their guts out, so that's going to be awesome now. I haven't been sick in years. That's surprising. It's been like 15 years since I've been sick. I haven't had the flu in 15 years. Haven't had a cold in 15 years. So I guess I'm pretty healthy, I guess, even though I'm kind of tubby, but whatever. Maybe the tubbiness actually keeps me from getting sick. I don't know, but Anyways, I guess whenever, if my uncle wants to help me, I mean, I could do it myself. I think all you gotta do is, you know, pop a rail off, get them out of the way a little bit so you can, I don't think you can, well, this one here looks like you can slide it, but the other one up at the house, I don't know if it really slides a lot, so I might just have to pop it right off completely. So, I think the brackets are fine. I don't think there's a lot of play in those. So, but you know what, the rollers are the main thing that take the most abuse. I don't think the brackets really do. I mean, yeah, they pull the door too, but they're not on a constant roll like the rollers are when the door goes up or down. So, because they're always constantly rolling, so they get wore out pretty quick. But unfortunately, they're not going to get greased because they don't have the right kind of grease. They recommend a grease. Obviously not what I use on, you know, on the machines, but grease in a sprayable container. It's some kind of a special. It's not special grease, but it's like oil, but it's thicker, so it's more like grease. That's what they recommend on these rollers, not WD-40, which is something I did once and bad mistake, but it didn't damage it or anything. So I wonder if these rollers were the same as these, because maybe I could get new ones for, because I can always get new rollers for the shop too. Because I paid like $13 for this, and it was for 10. There's 10 in here, enough to replace them on my door. They're about the same, so I could get. These are longer though; those are shorter. I suppose you just cut them. But I guess what I can do is, if I ever wanted to, I guess I could pop one of these rollers out and be like, can you get me more of these? Because I don't know if these are the exact same size or not. You think it would be one size fits all kind of deal, but I don't know for sure. So, you know, I guess I could cut the bag open and put one next to it, but it's so neatly wrapped, you know. So, let me pop a roller out here and I'll take a look, see if they're the same as what this one here is. Hang on 1 minute. Okay, so I got a roller out here, and I sure like that. Nice, tight, smooth. Whew. You know, and what's good about this is that you can feel that there's some tension on that. Or not tension, but they're stiff compared to these. They're loose. Ew, Black Widow. Yeah, they're about the same. They're a wee bit smaller. The shaft is longer, though. That was what kind of... That's kind of what sucks. But yeah, these are. Oh, I got it dirty already. Oh well, not gonna matter. But they're about the same size, so I could replace these too with more of these. So, like I said, I don't know if my uncle will come around today or not, and we'll replace these. But yeah, see, I don't think there's any grease in that, so they're gonna have to get greased on payday. But unfortunately, they're going to be going a wee while without grease. Well, not that long. Probably not even a week. I don't know. It depends on when I get paid. So, because then I have to go to the hardware and get another can of WD-40. I'm alright on tubes of grease. I still got plenty of tubes of grease left. I need to find that engine degreaser or whatever it was called. And I got to get grease to, you know, grease my rollers. I'm probably going to, even though these are shot too, I'm still going to grease them up because I'm not, I don't know if I want to replace these yet or not. I mean, there's a little slop in them. Well, if we get the door off, it would be nice, but, you know, that's not bad. $13 for, you know, a 10-pack. So that's, you know, I'm not going to complain about it, you know. So, we'll replace these rollers. And that should tie me over. Then this door will be 99% done. Because then after that, I got to replace the seal on the bottom. And then that's 100% done. Then she should be good for the winter. Hopefully she won't break down throughout the winter. I mean... So... But anyways, I cleaned the rails on the door the rails up at the house. I cleaned those. They don't recommend them being dirty and greasy. So I cleaned them up. And one of the rails was kind of disaligned. It wasn't like perfect, kind of like this one. I mean, this one's off by a wee bit, but the one up at the house was way off. So I moved it and stuff. Man, my door is so much more quieter now than it actually was back then. It's actually, I don't know. Well, for one, I'm not hearing the springs, clawing at the track, because that's what the big springs did. And I always had to throw WD-40 or something up there to stop them from squealing. So, well, that only lasted about, half a year, and then they were dry again. So, but, it's just, when you push the button and the chain grabs the door, you hear, like a banging noise. So I figured it's probably the chain, but the chain seems tight, so I don't know if it's loose, but I don't know what's wrong with that. But in other words, it picks it up fine. I don't know if the door's balanced or not, because I haven't tried to see if it was balanced yet or not. So, plus with the door being so heavy, I don't think it would really matter anyway. But so so far I've spent close to $200 maybe. It was 130 something for the spring and cables. Another, I think, like 10 or 15 for the safety cables. And then now for these rollers, which is $13 for a 10-pack. That's about $200, and now I'm going to be spending probably another $40 for the rails. He said I could just replace the one, or if I wanted to replace them both, or if I wanted to replace them all, I could. I don't really think I have to replace them all. I think just like the upper half, the one that's got the crack in it, replace that. The other ones, like the bottom halves, not on these though, but the ones up at the house, they seem fine. They're straight, they're perfectly fine. So I'm not going to replace them unless they have a crack in them. So I'm not going to really. I mainly just want to do that upper one that's got a crack in it. I might even just do both of them. You might as well, But he said, I think for both, I can't remember if it was just for the one or if it was for the both upper halves, or for me it was for the whole thing. I don't know what it was. He didn't really explain it, but he said right around $40-50, I guess. I guess with tax and crap too, it's right around that. So, not bad. I'm not going to complain about it. Complain about stuff if it's under $100. If it's over $100, kind of gets to be kind of a big deal. But then at least but still, I'm still willing to do it. So, so far I've spent about $200 on parts. So, but it's the point that it's cheaper. I can get maximum life out of my door. Now I should get another. Man, I should be able to get another 10 years out of this door, but I don't see that happening. But at least another 5, I want to be at least able. Well, I would like to at least get this because winter's going to be around the corner now, so I want to be able to run all winter without a problem. So I guess if I can get the winter out of it, I'd be all right. But that's not really it's not going to be long enough time. I don't know how to explain it. It's going to take me a long time to save up the kind of money to pay for a door, and I'm not going to be able to do it just throughout the winter because the bills are going to go up because of the heating and stuff. So it's going to take more money, to pay for heating and food and gas for the machines and oil and stuff like that. So I don't know. If I can get at least 2-3 years out of this door, I'd be alright with it, because I think I could save up that kind of money. I think the only thing that's really going to help me get a new door is if I pay off my Capital One credit cards, because they told me that if I paid off my credit card, I still owed like $200 to them, And they're like, well, if you paid it off today, which was like a month or like 3 months ago, they said that if you pay it off, that's the full 200, then they would upgrade it or give me more money. So they gave me $750. So then I ended up spending that on garage door parts and stuff, and of course food. I was originally just going to, when I got the $750, I was obviously going to just pay him and have him fix it, for me. Like, he'd put the springs on and stuff. But it just started to get to be such a delay because it took him forever to get down here. So I was like, well, I'll just do it myself, save me some money. But then we ended up spending that other money on other stuff to pay off, and so I think what's going to happen is if I pay off my credit card again, give them another $200, I don't know if they would give me another $750 again, or if they're just going to give me $200 again. I don't know how that goes. So, but I think if I keep doing that throughout the winter, I think pretty soon I'd be making enough, I would get enough money from them to pay for a new door, because it's going to take me a long time to save up. I might as well just say $3,000, because, when all said and done, it's going to be close to that anyway. Even though he said it'd be $2,500, but that's for an insulated door. I could go get another door like that, for under $1,000, that cheap crap. But I don't think they make wooden ones anymore. But you can get, either fiberglass or tin or something like that. Something a little cheaper. But I don't. I want, if I have to spend that kind of money, I might as well get me a good door, So that's why, that's just, whatever. That's just another reason why I want to save up this kind of money, but I know it's going to take me a while, because $2,500 is $2,500, So I want to see what they, I'm paying this, I have a credit card and I'm paying this back. So some people think that you can get into debt, with those credit cards. Well, with this one, you really can't, because they don't give you any more money until you start making payments to them. So, like, I used to give them $25 a month, so then that's what they would throw back on my credit card. But then they kept taking out a little bit of money here and there for their fees. So I was like, well, that's not really going to do me any good. So I figured, well, maybe I'll jump it up a little bit more and give them a little more. And then that's, So I usually do 25. I think maybe I'm going to do I want to do 200 because I want them to boost it up, So I have an extra $200 to pay for something else. But on payday, I'm going to, of course, redo the rails. I'm just going to take that right out of my pocket, And the credit card, well, I don't have to spend that money. I mean, I could save it, but they're going to keep taking out their fees anyway. But, it's the point that it's building it up. And it made my credit look a little better, too, I guess. Apparently, from what they were saying, my credit went up. So they gave me a link where I could go look, but I haven't done it yet. I don't really, it's going to be probably another year or two before I could ever even finance anything or even take out a bank loan or anything like that. So, and if I can take out a bank loan, yeah, I'm going to take out a bank loan. But the thing is, I'll probably already have my door fixed. I'll probably already have a brand new door. I don't know. So, if it don't happen by then obviously some of that bank loan money has to go to a door. So, but yeah, I'm going to replace that door. I want to get a bigger tractor, but I don't know if it's really. I mean, I guess I could sell the XM24, trade it in for something a little bigger, and get $9,000 back for it. So, and then that $9,000 can go into a bigger tractor. But see, I like that little mower. It's so perfect for mowing. Now, yeah, I could use a bigger mower. I need a bigger one for this yard, obviously, but I can make it do. For snow blowing, that's a different story, because I don't know if this little guy can do it, but I might have to make him do it. I don't know. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll just fucking trade it in and get me an XM58 like one of the guys on YouTube's doing. He's going to get a John Deere X758, which is the brand new diesel model that John Deere come out with. So I might do that. I don't know. I'd rather just get like a 2520 or a 2720, you know, something more to what I mean, yeah, it's bigger than an XM58, but I mean, it's just the point. What if the XM58 is even too small for me? You know, sure, you could put more hours on them. Sure, they got more torque in their four-wheel drive, but they still lack a lot of things that a 25 and 720 could do. You know. That's how cold she is here today, boys. Cars are leaving smoke behind. It's just pretty cold out. She's only like 50, 60 out, and she's windy as hell too. So that's Danny. I actually got a cat sleeping in here, so now I'm going to have to leave my door up until he comes out. I found that foam stuff. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I guess I'll have to leave my door up because I can't lock him in here. So, what do you guys sleep in here for? Probably thinks I'm going to be in here for a while, but I don't really plan on being in here too much longer. So, yeah, another thing that I would like to kind of maybe do is, I kind of need I got a couple of windows to replace in my house too. They're leaking something terrible. I mean, I put plastic on them, but you know, that's kind of a damn nuisance to do. I mean, this is a cheap house, so it's going to cost me thousands, if not tens of thousands, to bring this house back to the way it was. I mean, when we moved in, it was pretty good, but everything's falling apart now. I mean, this house was, you know, was put in the late 70s, so you know it's 30 plus years old, and everything's just now finally getting wore out. Of course, it has to happen when I move in. So that means, yeah, I get to spend all my money on a house, and I don't even plan on staying in here that long, but it's still going to be 10, 15 years that I'll be living here. So, you know, I guess it just depends on whenever my grandma passes on, you know, and then it just all depends on her. So, because if she passes away, then the house she's living in, obviously, then I got to fix up that one because they've let it go too. So that's where all my money's got to go then there too, and on the farm. So that'll be a lot of fun. But oh well, it's not a big deal, I guess. But so yeah. But we'll get this garage door deal done for the winter anyway. This might even last me. Well, obviously I'm going to keep driving on with it until it just finally splits in half. But I mean, hell, even if it splits in half, I'll fucking screw the damn thing back together so I can get another year out of it. You know, I mean, you got to do what you got to do to make things last a little longer. Because I don't know if, you know, like if my door did break in the middle of winter, and I did have the money to fix it, I don't know if you'd be willing to work in the cold. I mean, especially if it's minus 40, I don't think they're going to want to do that. So it's good to get things fixed now, so then it'll last throughout the winter. And hopefully it'll last me, you know, at least another 5 years. So, well, I mean, it doesn't really have to last that long either, but 3 years max. I'm thinking in 3 years, I'm sure I could afford a new door. So, I mean, it depends on either what I can do for financing or bank loans. Or bank loans, I should say, not financing, because financing is equipment. But either where I can take out a bank loan, or my credit card finally gets big enough where I can pay for a door out of that, you know. It depends on what those two things want to do. And apparently, after paying that $200 off, you know, my credit went up. So it's obviously still probably not good enough for, you know, for taking out a bank loan or something like that. So, but, you know, whatever. So, anyways, guys, I guess I'll probably take off. I don't want to make this video too long. It's probably already like over 30 minutes. I know my other video was. But I'm just going to delete it. It was kind of the same thing. It's just what I'm talking, you know, what I've been talking about now. But, except with rollers in the video now. So we'll replace those. I will grease them on payday. They're not going to get greased now. And they should be fine without grease. I mean, I'm not going to run it a lot. You know, I mean, my door hasn't been up for hasn't gone up and down for 2 days, so it's been okay. So, but hell, you know, whatever. But yeah, we're going to probably do a comparison here. I'll show you a new one here, and then when I get the old ones off, we'll do a comparison video. Like now, you see that there's not a lot of play in that. I'm trying to get the camera just right. Probably can't even tell. But they're nice and stiff. And of course when you roll them, see how they don't keep going? Like the older ones, they just keep turning. That's how wore out they are. So now you know these new ones are nice and stiff. When I pull an old one out, we'll do a comparison to that, and we'll see how bad they've gotten. I'm sure they're pretty bad. If they got a lot of wiggle room in them, they're pretty shot, but whatever. They'll be fine. So, well, they're not going to be fine because we're going to replace them, hopefully. And then these two, I'll probably replace these eventually. Maybe next year. I don't know. They don't seem to be that wore out, so. Yeah, anyways, guys, I'm going to take off, so I will make another video later. I guess when we're done. I know my freaking trailer vids are going to get delayed, so it's a possibility that there might be 2 videos today just because I want to get one of them up. I want to start getting them up this week, so I might start flooding you guys with like 2 videos a day. Maybe. I don't know. See, this video is going to go up today, and there's going to be a trailer vid up. And then tomorrow, there might be like the roller comparison vid. And then there'll be a trailer vid. So I'm going to probably try to do one maybe in the morning and then one in the late afternoon like I've always been doing. It might be a little too much for you guys, I know, but just watch what you can. I don't expect you guys to, you know, watch them as soon as I upload. I mean, you know, upload them when you got, or watch them when you got time, or if you're bored or something, you know, or you can't sleep, you know, at night. I'm sure my videos would put you to sleep in a hell of a hurry. So yeah, I do apologize about that, but that's just the way it's going to have to be probably for a few days anyway, because I got to get these trailer vids up. I want them out of the way. They're from like 2 weeks ago. So, and of course I'm not getting paid for that because they're on private, so, but you know, it doesn't really matter anyway, but it's just the point that I want to get them up. I want you guys to watch them and see that little stupid trailer I had back here. It's just not here now. It's gone, obviously, but because I'm done with it now. But so yeah, that's just what's going to happen for a few days anyway. I don't think it's going to happen all week. Yeah. Well, actually, it probably won't, because next week is when I'll probably be doing the rail vids. But they're next week. I got to worry about this week. So I don't know if it'll happen today. Maybe it will. Probably. Because it's going to take me time for me to edit this video. So less parts, the better. But yeah, anyways, there's going to probably be 2 vids today. I just can't help it. I got to do it. Because I got to get them up and out of the way. So, anyway, guys, I'm going to take off. I don't want to make these videos too long for you guys. Since I'm going to be watching a lot more of them. So, anyway, guys, I'm going to take off. So, I guess have a good day and stuff. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys later. Thank you.